Hello, Jared. 78 Sports TV here with former WBO welterweight champion of the world, Timothy the Desert Storm Bradley. Still one of the best pound for pound. How you doing today, Tim?
Hey, man, I'm actually fantastic, man. I'm doing just fine, too.
Okay. We got some questions for you. I hate to repeat those same questions, but I have to because the audio was messed up. So, okay, first of all, how's your health?
What was that?
How's your health doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm on the way to the doctor right now to get checked out. But as far as as far as me, my soul, as far as how I'm feeling physically, I feel all right, man. I just want to still get checked out, get my leg checked out, see if everything is good with that, and then I'll move on, man.
Okay. Also, a lot of the fans want to know, like I said, I already asked you this before, but I got to do it again. The fans want to know what was the game plan going into the Pacquiao fight, and did you deviate from the game plan at all during the fight?
I mean, obviously the game plan is to counterpunch him. I mean, that Pacquiao has problems with guys that basically counterpunches him. And, at times when I was waiting on him to throw and I was able to counter him with some shots, I was very effective. And there were some times I was really aggressive in there, and it kind of threw them off because they didn't expect me to be aggressive. So, boxing's all about strategy. So, I wanted to mix it up at times. But the main strategy was to keep myself moving on angles, moving around the ring, and just making them miss and making them pay.
Okay, before I hand it over to Earl for a question, do you feel at all, Tim, that because I saw you loading up, you were loading up heavy, and I've never seen you throw heavy shots like that. Do you think that loading up that heavy early in the fight winded you a little going into the second half of the fight?
You know what? I really honestly don't know. I mean, that changed me off for fight. So I gave my best effort forward, man. I did the best that I possibly can, and I know I was in tip-top shape. So, but I definitely was loading up for shots. I was definitely loading up for the boom, man, because like I said, honestly and truthfully, I didn't feel like I was going to have a chance if I didn't knock him out. So, the whole time, man, that's what we was preaching the whole time during the whole build fight. I want to knock him out. I want to knock him out because, like I said, I just didn't feel like I'd be able to win on the scorecards regardless, because any close rounds, I know they was going to give it a Pacquiao. But at the same time, I had to make adjustments to the fight, due to circumstances that happened during the fight, and I was trying to end it, man. Like I said, I was trying to end it with one punch, and I might have second half of the fight for some reason. I don't know. I was it just had a low. I didn't feel tired in the corner. I wasn't breathing hard, but I don't know, man. Every time I fight this guy, something happens, man. It's just I have to alter my game, or I don't know, man. I don't know what it is, man, but just something happens, man, and I just don't feel right in there. But Manny fought a tremendous fight, man. I can't say nothing bad about him. He fought a tremendous fight, a smart fight. He fought a very patient fight. I think he was shocked how the hell I came out the fight. He thought I was going to just move around and start running. I just stepped straight to him, so he was kind of shocked about that, I'm sure. And they had to make adjustments. But all in all, man, it was a great competitive fight. It wasn't no cakewalk for him. I don't give a damn what anybody say.
Right.
The fans seen it. The fans was excited about the fight. Everybody, as long as everybody enjoyed the fight, man, I could accept defeat, man, like a man, dude. In order to be the best, man, you got to suffer defeat, man. It only makes you better. And I accept this defeat, no problem. It happens in a sport, in every sport. But I ain't left. I think people say I'll be back. It's like, dude, I ain't left. I know I'm at the top of boxing, man. I just competed with one of the best fighters in the world, man, and we was going at it, man. We was going at it, and I was handling, man. And he took over the second half of the fight, and he won the fight. Congrats to him and his team, to all the Pacquiao fans out there. And when I do get back in the ring, it's gonna be even worse for him, because now I'm gonna get even more discipline, man. I know what I got to do.
Okay, Earl, you got any questions for Tim?
Yeah, I've got a couple, man. Tim, how you doing, champ? How you doing? Hey, I still see you as a champ. A lot of people got you as hey, man, you still the champ in many people's eyes.
Hey, bro, I will be getting my belt back. It might take me a year. It might take me 2 years. Tim, it might take me 3 years. But I will be the WBO welterweight champion of the world again.
Nah, you don't. In this day and age, in fighting, you don't need a belt as your champ, man. Your resume speaks for yourself. And to be honest with you, Tim, I need to ask this question because I'm trying to understand it. Yeah. So in the corner between you and your trainer Diaz, yeah, it looked like you wasn't in sync. Usually, in all the fights you usually have, you usually are the same. Apart from the Potnikov, where he got you in line. But in this fight, I mean, you had your mindset. You have to explain this to me. You had the mindset to go knock him out. Did your trainer have the same idea to knock him out? Because it looked like in the corner that wasn't the case. It seemed like he was like, Tim, what's wrong with you? Why are you doing the game plan? So can you elaborate on that? If you want to knock out, your trainer wants you to box. What? You know, go ahead.
Well, it was, you know, I don't want to make any excuses, man, but it was like I couldn't really move like I wanted to move. I couldn't really do the game plan my trainer wanted me to do. Like I said, I don't know, something about the second half. It was just like, felt like the life got sucked out of me. It was crazy, man. It was just weird. It was like the first 6 rounds and the first 4 rounds, just like, I was doing my thing, man. I was flowing. I was quick. I was in and out. I was, you know, and you know, problems happened in the ring, man. And you know, and then like as soon as the 6th round hit, it was like, dang, like what happened? It felt like I hit a wall or something. I was just like, what the heck happened, man? And it's unexplainable. I really don't know. And so my trainer was yelling at me like, hey, you know, you need to keep the same pace. You need to keep the same pace. And I'm like, man, I'm trying, man. I'm trying real hard, but I don't know what's going on. And I mean, I have no idea, man. I don't know what was going on. I can
tell you. On the outside, I don't know if you was aware if you ain't seen the video footage. Manny Pacquiao's mum looked like she was doing some sort of spell on you. Yeah, she was doing some sort of cast. I ain't trying to say like, yeah, but she would look like she was playing towards you. That's a lot of people were saying. I mean, it's funny, but it's weird you're just saying that at a certain time when you're going for the fight that you know what you're just saying, and you know, that's what people. So what? Tell me, what have you learned from this experience?
Oh, what have I learned from this experience?
Yeah.
From this experience, honestly, man, I learned that I'm pretty much able to take defeat, man, like a man, as a fighter. You know, it's really hard, you know, for some guys to really lose and suffer their first loss. They're really bitter about it. But for me, it's just like, you know what? It's part of the business, man. You know, I'm a risk taker, man. I fight the best in the world, man. And some days it's your day and your night, and some days it's not, man. And Saturday night work by night, but you know, I put up a heck of a fight, man. I put for a heck of a fight for the fans and for my sake and for my family. And you know, I just feel I just need to be respected, man. And I did the best that I possibly can do, man. So, but that's what I learned pretty much, dude. I can accept defeat, no problem, and I will get better from this. I will learn from this defeat.
Okay.
But I compete. I'm gonna tell you this, man. I compete with any guy out there. It don't matter if I'm anywhere from 140, 147, 154. I compete with any guy in the game.
Okay. All right.
Bring them on.
Yeah, I believe that, and it goes into my next question. What's next for Timothy Bradley, and how quickly you want to be back into the ring?
Well, I don't know what's next. Like I said, I just want to fight the best. I mean, personally, I would love a third match, man, a grudge match with Pacquiao.
Yeah,
I would love it, man. And I think the fans will want to see it too again, man. And but you know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to be going on next, man.
It's hard.
I haven't really sat down and talked to anybody.
Yeah, it's hard because you're at this point where you've knocked down all the accomplishments. I mean, you beat Marquez pretty convincingly. You know, this is the only hurdle. You know, you beat Pacquiao in the last fight, and he beat you in this fight. But but you know what? I was thinking for you. So you're the champion, and I'll argue boxing beats at this time. You're the champion. But you feel you have to knock him out, and you feel that you're in the scores, but you won on the scorecard. So I don't know how come you came with that conclusion? Was it because of the press and other things? Because to be honest, I think the mindset going into that fight, I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong, But as a fan watching it, we're saying we're wrong. Tim, what are you doing? Like Tim, like Marquez, yeah, played out the blueprint. If you counter this guy and let him come, you just counter him all day because he comes forward. But you came towards him, and then why did you feel like you had to knock him out? Okay, you just said it because of the cards. All right, I got it. But it's
because of the controversy. It's hard. The first fight.
Pardon?
I said it's mainly because of the controversy, man. And
the first fight,
I knew there was a lot of pressure. I knew there was a lot of pressure on the judges. I knew there was a lot of pressure on everybody that was there, man. And like I said, I just felt like if there was any close round in there, you know, even though I'm the champion, they're gonna give it to Manny. So,
oh man,
I just felt like I know, you know what? Let's get rid of this guy. Let's not try to go to the scorecards. Let's just try to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, you see that energy there? I don't know where you picked that from. That's some real negative energy, Tim. And you know you're all about positivity, but to be honest with you,
well,
you need to get rid of that, bro, because that costs you, because the mindset of where you are, that's all it would have been, man. Because you know all it would have took is a different mindset, and it would have been a whole different fight. But I understand where you're coming from.
Probably would have been a different fight, but that was the mindset going in. It's like shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah. Maybe
it is what it is.
Maybe, you know what? Like you said, it's the first loss now, so there's a lot of pressure off you. And maybe that you know, take it easy, and you know we're gonna take it easy. But you know, that's as much as questions I've got now. So I'll put you over 7-8. Thanks, Tim.
Okay.
All right, Tim. My question for you. All right, Earl just asked you about. You said you want to fight the best out there. So that goes into a question from one of the fans from the YTBC. Asked me to ask you: are you willing to cross the Cold War lines and fight the best if the best is on Golden Boy? For instance, at welterweight, you got guys like Keith Thurman out there with Golden Boy. You got Floyd Mayweather, of course. You have Sean Porter, who's not really officially with Golden Boy, but you know, you got a lot of guys out there. Are you willing to fight for one of those other titles, or fight those other guys if they're on a different network and different promotional company?
Well, you know, that all depends on the promotional side of the business. I'm like I told you, I'm willing to fight the best out there. So, of course, I'll fight any of those guys, man. But you know, it just all depends on how the promotional things gonna go off, man. It's like, you know, I have no kind of control over what goes on promotionally as far as those guys, and they don't have any control over what happens on my end. So, you know, it's just the big coldest war in boxing, man, and it's just like that. You know, I like I said, I embrace any challenge, though, man. You know, all those guys, all those names are really good fighters and stuff, man. But I'll fight any of them.
Okay. All right. I also have a question, Tim. This has been a debate going on among boxing fans for a long time about fighters ducking each other fighters or whatever, and some people blame it on negotiations or their promoter or whatever. So I want to know from you, how much power does a fighter have in determining who he fights next?
How much power does a fighter have?
Yes, if your name's not Floyd Mayweather, how much power do you have?
I mean, at this stage in the business, I mean, you can pretty much holler at anybody you want to fight. You know, when you're at the top of boxing, you can pretty much be like, I want to fight this guy. Let's try to make it happen. And then if it doesn't make sense for everybody, and then, you know, it won't happen. But you can pretty much say, you know, I would like to fight this guy. It was like, when I fought Marquez, it was like, I want to fight Marquez, make it happen. As long as he's willing to do the drug testing, let's make it happen. And so that was that. And, you know, it went out, started negotiating, and both parties were happy, and the fight went down. That's how it went.
Okay.
But the fighter at this level in the game, the level I'm at the top, you pretty much pick who you want to fight, try to negotiate with them, and go from there.
Okay, so a fighter at championship level can pretty much say who he wants to fight and bring. Okay, so that's goes.
Long as, like I said, as long as it makes sense, make it make sense all across the board. Now it gotta make sense all across the board now. And the promoter, your promoter, his manager, his whole team, they all gotta come to an agreement. Now, if they don't come to an agreement, then the fight won't happen. But you can obviously you can pick who you want to fight.
Okay. Now, my next question is, and talking about the second fight with Pacquiao. Like I said, the first fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first fight, I had you winning 8 rounds to 4. People said I was biased. Oh, you just saying that because you like Tim Bradley, blah blah blah. And the second fight, I had you winning 7 rounds to 5. Now, many people that had you losing the first fight, I'm noticing had this fight scored a draw. So, do you think this fight was closer than the first fight, or how do you see the parallels in the first and second fight, the differences?
I thought both fights were close, but I'm not a judge, man. I mean, I have my opinion about the scoring, but I can't sit here and complain about it. It's just it is what it is. It's what the judges saw, but I definitely thought the fight was a lot closer. But I'm not gonna scream out, review the tape and call on the senator and call on this guy and this guy. And I mean, come on, man. I'm not gonna do all of that, man. I got respect for the sport, man, and for the judges and officials there that did the fight, and it was their professional opinion. Whether we agree with it or not, it was their professional opinion, and just the way the cookie crumbles, man. I thought the fight was a little bit closer than what they had.
Right, you knew going into the fight. I think everybody knew going into the fight that you were going to be down 3 rounds already, regardless. Everybody knew it, and nobody wanted to say it, but everybody knew it privately. Everybody knew that because of the first fight, all the hoopla being made about the judges, different judges being brought in, judges being replaced weeks before the fight. Everybody kind of knew, okay, well, this fight the judges are basically being told, make sure you guys get it right, wink, wink, make sure Manny Pacquiao gets a few rounds. We already knew that. However, now that this fight is over with, okay, and I'm glad that you're not pulling the Marquez and complaining about nothing. I appreciate that. I like that in you, and like I did the same thing. People who had your back in this fight, who thought that you won, nobody's doing too much complaining. We just say, okay, well, Bradley got the first one, Pacquiao got the second one, and I think that smells like a beautiful rubber match.
I am very sad. Like I said, if he wants to do it, let's do it. I'm all for it, man. I'm all for a rematch, a third fight. I think the fight was entertaining for the fans. I think everybody enjoyed it, man, and everybody saw what I was made of. I wasn't afraid of him. I mean, we exchanged back and forth. I took his best shots. He took mine. It was an exciting fight, man. I would love to do it again, any place, anywhere, anytime, man. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure he's going to fight Marquez or somebody next. Because I believe if Marquez beats Alvarado, I think he's going to fight him. If he beats Alvarado,
right?
And then go from there, man. But like I said, I would love that. I would love that rubber match, man. Another shot, man. Another shot at my title. Get my title back.
Yeah. If you got another rematch, you gonna try and knock? Yeah. Are you gonna try and knock him out in that one, or you gonna change?
No. In the rematch would be different, man. It just in the rematch would be a lot different. I have a lot different approach to it. I can't do the same thing I did in this fight. I mean, I live and you learn, and I won't make the same mistake twice. But I got really good boxing ability, man, and all I have to do is use that, man, not to beat him.
Yeah, I know what you was trying to get. You was trying to make the fight exciting, like the Provodnikov, another classic. and then get.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
I
man.
know the mindset you're worrying, man. I get it. It's just that, you know, it just like you said, man. It wasn't your day, and you gave props to Manny Pacquiao, and that's it.
It wasn't my day. He fought a tremendous fight, man. He fought his heart out.
Yeah.
And he fought smart, man. So you know, he got the win, he got the decision, and I got humiliated or knocked out, or you know, it was a competitive fight. It went back and forth, and he did his thing, man. So big props to the whole Pacquiao Nation and everybody and all the fans out there that tuned in and watched this tremendous fight, man. And I hope everybody was pleased with the hard work that we both did, man.
Yeah,
absolutely, Tim. And I know you're on your way to the hospital and everything like that. So I got one more question for you before I let you go. Can you take us back to that fourth round when you landed the best blow of the fight, in my opinion, and lifted Pacquiao off his feet? Everybody were like, "Wow, what's going on?" You know, Tim Bradley's not supposed to have no power. You know what? Did you notice that punch when you landed it, or what? Take us back to that.
Yeah. I noticed the punch when I landed it, man. I told everybody, man, that, well, listen, I do got power, man. I just, you know, my technique, it all depends on my technique and when I land the shot and how I land the shot. But you know, guys can mistake and say that I don't have it, man. I don't have no power, man. But you know, I was just set up from just staying low and popping up with the right hand. I caught Pacquiao, heard him, wobbled him, lift him up off the canvas, man. It was a great shot. It was a good punch, man.
Okay, all right, Tim. Any last question for Tim, Earl?
Hey guys, I'm sorry, man, but I gotta cut it short. I'm walking the doctor's office right now, man.
Okay, no problem, Tim. All right, thanks a lot.
Guys, later. Thank you, man. All right,
take care, champ. Bye.